Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios Weekly Wing It number 133 here on Rumble and YouTube. And starting off with me tonight, in that big box right over there, is Mr. Frederick Gimon.
Yeah, it's a big box, and we got like police cars blaring in the background, and I ain't shutting my window because it's a boiling hot, steaming like sauna in here right now.
It's like
But it's only that way for like a handful of days, so we'll tough it out.
Yeah, the nice thing about being in the north is it eventually cools down.
Yeah, it's like summer is 1 week over here. So
the bad thing about being in the north is it eventually cools down and keeps going down.
Next week I'll have my snowshoes on.
So what you in the process of working on there tonight, Frederick?
So this is me redoing the covers. So about a year ago, I started my comic book project called Rattel. And the first thing I did was a handful of covers. And I got like 2 right here. And these were done like at a time where I was kind of changing the design of the character, playing around with it. So you could see like little differences in the designs. This one's missing glove marks. This one's got a different kind of order with his shoulder plates. This one's got like little Deadpool ears. This one doesn't. So now that I'm finished with the pages, I'm reprinting these out in blue line, and over with pencil, I'm kind of sketching out, fixing up the little minor mistakes, differences. So I have like up-to-date versions of the covers because I really like the composition. I'm proud of the initial idea I had. I just want to make sure the render, the finish is, tip top.
Nice. Yeah, I'm working on a scene myself in my book and trying to figure out what to do with a gun.
Well, usually you don't put your finger on the trigger unless you want to kill something. That's for sure.
Right.
You got to be careful what we say on YouTube because YouTube Live is like trigger happy on the shutting down streams, as we saw in the Comicsgate Commandos show, where we had Fusebox on, and he was showing like one of his sci-fi characters, sci-fi pirates. We were talking about his weapon. I want to be careful with the words there. And the stream went down like 15 minutes into the show.
Oh, wow.
We were puzzled. And yeah, apparently you cannot even talk about the subject because YouTube's like very strict. Like you can have pre-recorded shows with the topic, even bring out, examples of pew-pews and things like that, but not on live streams. On live streams, they're very, very afraid that people will do something stupid and something they can't take away, right? Live streams are like... live's exciting for a reason because anything can happen, but that goes both ways.
Yeah. Well, so if I figure we should call it an early night. All we got to do is start talking about the Second Amendment.
I mean, I think you have to like.
YouTube will give us the rest of the day off.
If you start naming your favorite models of pew-pews in your collection, that'll probably do it.
The only thing I have is the space modulator I got from Marvin the Martian.
Didn't you have like Jewish space lasers in there somewhere?
I thought so. I mean, Marvin said that this could blow up the Earth. The problem is, that's where I keep all my stuff, so I didn't want it to happen. and I just ripped that joke off from the kick. but yeah, turns out AOC did have something better.
Jewish space laser.
Those will handle all your problems. That is something I want to mount onto my cosmic ship and take it into space battle. I think they might even be Chuck Norris approved. I don't know. What's up, Raven?
Hey, Raven enters the chat.
Sorry I'm late. I was watching The Drink with Crazy.
Oh, he's back streaming again.
Yep. Yeah, he was running a stream tonight. I just couldn't catch it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I was just paying attention to the first couple minutes of it, and I figured, I'd hang out there until this got started.
Is he still like covering Iron Age books and comics and things like that, or is he pivoted?
Let me guess. Is he going off on that new thing they put in front of the legislatures about the Safety Act that would pretty much tank a lot of internet businesses that aren't the bad guys?
He may have done a video on that earlier. I don't know, but right now he was. I think he's going over videos people sent him, and Trippy sent him a video, and he's watching it, and it's something about this guy being overly intellectual about anime and how it's like it's doing this thing for the first time, and it's like, no, like even the Romans did this.
Well, hang on a second. King Bob says, looks good, Frederick. I'm assuming the looks good is in reference to what you're doing.
No, I think he's talking about my personal looks, obviously. Or else he said he would have specified the art, I'm pretty sure.
And he says, Jewish space lasers can't handle my problems. Have you tried that?
What kind of problems do you have, King Bob, that Jewish space lasers cannot solve?
If Jewish space lasers can't solve it, then try duct tape. Video says, I described the video as baby's first red pill.
It's either duct tape or WD-40. Like if it's not one, it's the other.
You can't be overly intellectual about anime, says King Bob.
Yes, you can. It depends on the anime.
I was going to say, it depends on which one.
Like Akira is worth analyzing, getting into. It's got a complex, like some would say, overly complex storyline. And I think
even things like Ninja Scroll, you can to a degree.
Oh, dude, I was thinking about that one this week. I should maybe get back, like the chick with the snake tattoos. Oh, I got to revisit that one. That's such a good one.
Yeah, it wasn't any specific anime. It was just like the style of anime in like the 90s brought about all this technological stuff and everything, because the 90s brought technology to this, that, and the other thing, and they had to figure out how to I don't know. It's like trying to present to people the idea that Big Brother is watching to people that have never figured out the Big Brother is watching.
Yeah, some people will never get. I mean, even people who are awake aren't awake to everything. You know, it's kind of a tough topic, to be honest.
Yeah.
King Bob says, nope, anime is perfect and should be taught in Harvard. Rita says, look, sometimes I want to watch Princess Mononoke. Did I say that right? And sometimes I want to watch Smith Cats. Well, oh no, I said it again.
I think if they taught it or showed it in Harvard, they'd probably be better off than some of the garbage that they've been teaching.
I'm pretty sure they do show anime in Harvard. Like, I'd be surprised if they didn't.
I would think at least in our school they would be studying it in their art departments in some capacity. Good to see you, Christy. How you doing tonight?
How you doing, Christina?
Now, King Bob says to read out that both of those he mentioned are winners. So good problems when you have to choose between something good or something else good.
Yep.
You can't go wrong that way.
Turns out all the best anime came out when we were kids, and then it went all downhill from there. Get off my lawn.
Rita says, let's ask Raleigh Vincent about the Second Amendment.
Raleigh Vincent.
Is he the one that got taken down from a live stream for just talking about it?
I don't know.
You'll have to educate us, Rita. We're not all up on the gun tubers.
Although I did watch a pretty funny Brandon Herrera video the other day. He's also known as the AK guy. He built a 50 caliber AK.
What's the regular caliber for an AK?
I believe it's 7.62.
Okay.
50 caliber is fairly large. It's the BMG, and so that's a massive bullet. But it was like, hey, can we take the regular AK and like by scale enlarge it to get it to shoot the larger bullet? And it turns out it couldn't.
It didn't work?
Well, so so he is a
We're
gun
definitely going to get
manufacturer.
your stream canned tonight.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder now.
He's a gun manufacturer, and he realized that scale does not work the same way whenever you're dealing with a lot of the high pressures and stuff, and so he had to do a lot of custom stuff.
Right.
And he's got several YouTube videos covering figuring out the dimensions and stuff and everything. Oh, he's also the guy that took one of the Tesla pickup trucks and converted it into the Halo vehicle.
Yeah, I'm not a Halo guy, so I wouldn't know what that is. I did learn this week, though, that the super powerful weapon they use in Fifth Element, remember that one? The big gun that shoots everything? That's actually an AK-47 underneath that they use to fire the blanks, which they built like a case over it.
Well,
Shooting
it's like
blanks, of course.
the Jawa's electric gun or whatever, the zap gun they use in like a British World War II grenade launcher.
Oh, dude, like George Lucas was creative where he went and got his stuff. Like the lightsaber was like a flash bulb.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and everybody's now like those. If you get those original flash bulbs handles, those are worth a ton because you can customize it into the same lightsaber that George Lucas did for the movie.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things in life.
Now, King Bob says, you guys should watch the preview of Gunsmith Cats. When he says, correction, he built the 50 AK. Then it does not exist. He built it, it works.
Which is it?
So it does not exist in reference to something we said during the past
I think what he's saying is that in normal life, the AK-50 doesn't exist until Brandon Herrera actually built it.
Right. I was like, this is like Schrodinger's AK. Like it both exists and doesn't exist.
And my ninja is both dodging the bullets and standing still at the same time.
Yeah, it's not an official gun. It's that he took the AK-47 and actually upsized it in order to handle the destructive power of the BMG.
Yeah, it's a homemade modification or creation in wholesale, right?
You say that, and I think BFG from Doom.
Big machine gun.
And all this because I was trying to figure out what characters should do with a gun after they knock the bad guy out. That's what started this whole conversation.
Well, clean and oil it, obviously.
Yep. Wipe the blood off of it so it doesn't stain stuff.
Now, one would want to take it and possibly use it against the others, while his brother would rather just take it and drop it down the shaft so they couldn't. He's trying to keep it non-lethal, and so on one hand, it's like, when I look at what I got, it's like that character would definitely want to take it and use it against the bad guys. But if the other one takes it and gets rid of it, you can't do something like that without it coming back into play later. And I have no way to bring it back into play.
Well, don't like Jason Bourne characters like take the gun apart and you throw one piece of the gun into one garbage and another piece over the river.
Yeah, but they don't have that kind of knowledge of the firearms. These are two teenage boys who are trying to escape a place.
Oh, okay.
And part of the whole debate they got going on right now, the main characters in general, is no, we don't need to kill them. We knock them out. Let's keep it at this blood free. And the other side is, hey, they'll kill us if they get the chance. Why should we hold back? So it's that whole kill or no kill rule when it comes down to it.
Yeah. So the thing on taking the gun apart and throwing it into different places, part of that is if it's not serialized, it makes it very hard to track down what whose gun it was and whether or not it actually fired the shot. Whereas if it is serialized, you can just go look up who owns that serialized gun part.
They're in an underground mines in Colombia being hunted by the cartel, and the government doesn't know that's complex as this.
Yeah,
I don't think they're worried about tracking serial numbers.
Yeah, for your characters that's slightly different, but I'm just thinking about for the like the Jason Bourne series and stuff. The reason why the spy would do that is so that number one, he's not caught with the gun on his person, but then also if he drops the parts in different places, they would have to find each of the different individual parts in order to put it back together in order to test a bullet to see if that was actually what caused it. And if you can't track them all down, then you've avoided being or the weapon being checked out. Oh, did I say
says, "Welcome to my mine shaft. We are mining diamonds."
King Bawb? Did I say he had one? I thought I said he built one.
Raven said he got one. Yeah, but that's the whole moral question amongst the main characters. It's like, but if it was one of the other characters, he could do just that. If it was Kenny or Elizabeth there, either one of them would have disassembled the gun and like dropped them into different places and gotten rid of them. But these characters, they're not versed with firearms. One of them is like kind of seeing murder, and the other is like, no, we don't need to do that. And I didn't intend to have them coming into this kind of choice so soon, whether to carry the firearm or not.
That's why you need good
But
firearm
it wasn't
education.
realistic if they showed up with no firearm, so somebody had to have one, and I can't just leave it there. Or, see what I mean? Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some simple little thing. What do I do with this? I'll come up with something, but I'm just
You need to get your characters some good firearms education, Wrangler.
Yeah.
Well, they have superpowers, but it's their first day with them.
Yeah, if you haven't determined what their idea is on weaponry and such beforehand, that's something you may want to go through and think about. Just because different people, different cultures will have different ideas and opinions on that. I grew up in Missouri. I'm currently in Texas, and while I don't necessarily carry stuff all over the place with me, I'm like I feel much more comfortable around people that are carrying than I do like
100%.
going somewhere and Whereas I know some other people who I was talking with somebody and they gone to church and because it's a conservative area, the parents are teaching the kids knife culture, and so the about a 10-year-old kid, he's got like a I don't know how long the knife is, but she said, "Oh, it's so big, huge, and massive and stuff." So I don't know. It sounds like it's not a foldable blade, but he's got like a sheath on his belt and the knife there and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that 10, 11-year-old, that sounds about right for getting him started if he hasn't already on knife culture and figuring it out and learning what to do and what not to do with the knife, right?
Yeah, you need to get educated. Like being able to handle weapons responsibly is something that it's better to learn at a young age before you start getting stupid as a
Oh
teenager.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I told her. I said, it's a great time for him to be learning that. And I told him, next time you see the kid, ask him some questions about it. You will be blown away and amazed with how much information and knowledge and stuff he knows about knives. But you talk to somebody else who's never been introduced to knife culture or anything else, and they've just come across a knife. Depending upon what their any adults that they look up to have told them about stuff, they may think, oh, that's just evil gang people use knives or something. That may be the same thing with the gun.
Yeah. Both my sons went through Boy Scouts, and one of them has a passion for blades. He's got a whole big knife collection. He's got a whole bunch of tools and stuff, but he works outdoors, and so he's got all sorts of knives, and he knows how to take proper care of them, keep them sharp, keep them from rusting, all that stuff. All that stuff I'm clueless about. He knows it all.
Yeah, and like some of the knife stuff I remember, but there's a lot of knife stuff that I've forgotten. I carry knives around, but my typical knife is I have a utility knife. Well, the knife I carry around the most basically has a replaceable utility blade. So I can just pop that blade out and replace it if I need to. So I don't really have to worry about having to worry about nicking the blade too badly and having to resharpen or do other stuff like that. But most of the use cases that I have for needing a knife is just what I would need a utility knife for.
Yeah. King Bob says, growing up, everyone I know was in the Scouts. We
Yep.
all had a knife, always. I still carry one.
Yep. That's something that I think you just, as part of learning that knife culture, you end up carrying a knife around for the rest of your life. Like, it was funny.
A lot of people generally think of a knife as stabby, and that's it. No, it's a great utility for a whole bunch of different situations.
And you can slash as well as stab.
That's right.
True.
It slices, it dices, and makes French fries in 7 different styles.
I went to a convention, and there was a bunch of Europeans there, and I don't remember how we got onto it, but it was like knives and guns and other stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, and I've like pulled the 3 pocket knives out, or the 3 knives that I had with me at the time out of my pockets, and they're like, dude, you carry 3 around? And I was like, well, yeah, this one I got from my grandpa, so it's more, I don't necessarily use it. I like having it there as a reminder. And then I have one that's like the utility knife. I don't know if I had that one at the time. And then there was one that I had that was more like a pen knife or something. And I didn't have the multi-tool yet, which I do now. But it's something where
it's kind of like having different screws for like different screwdrivers for different screw heads as well.
Yeah.
Like, depending on the assailant, you're going to need to have a knife that's appropriate for the appropriate assailant. You're not going to be like, hold on, okay, you're this type of attacker. I'm going to need a machete for this one.
Open up the trench coat and you just have a whole selection right there. You present it like you're on stage. Ta-da! Which one would you like me to use?
Did you see Dash Rendar on the Unsubscribed podcast?
I have no idea who that is. Read out. What's going on, man? Do you know who that is?
I know what unsub is. I forget when was that episode?
Dash Rendar, I think, was pretty recent. He's the guy that does the archery stuff. but he's also done the sling stuff.
I vaguely now recall that, but
Yeah, I don't remember when specifically it was, but it was here fairly somewhat recently, like the last couple months, I think. But anyways, one of the things that he was telling you was that slingers would have like 3 different length slings that they would carry on them. They like have one tied around the belt, and then one like around the head, and then one that they would carry, and they were different lengths, and they would be different ranges. So you'd have one that would be really long range, one that was like medium range, and one that was short range.
This awkward silence is brought to you by Frequency Studio.
no. I'm looking at the playlist, like from unsubs, like seeing what I watched and didn't. Was that the one about medieval war tactics?
Probably because he
It
does
must have
archery, and there was some movie that they found out who he was from doing the sling stuff, and they asked him if he wanted to come and teach.
I'm seeing now. Yeah, I remember administrative results being on that. I didn't remember Dash, but wow. Then again, I didn't even watch the episode. Like I had it on in the background. I was just listening.
Yeah, he went out and trained some kid in some new or fairly recent movie on how to use a sling, and he said, yeah, the kid was really into it, and he learned all this stuff and everything, and he had a fun time teaching the kid how to use it. I just wish I remember what movie it was.
But it's not a gun.
Yeah. But that name, Dash Rendar, how in the world do you get a name like that?
I've heard
That
worse.
is kind of a cool sounding name.
Well, it sounds like your parents are Trekkies or something.
Yeah.
King Bob says, also thinking about getting Shad's new sword. It looks really, really nice.
Oh, the
Especially for
Timu?
the price.
Are you talking about the Timu sword? That they recently did like a rewrap on a like an $80 Timu sword or something. I'm like, I have never wanted to get anything off of Timu, and after that episode, I'm like, how do I buy stuff on Timu?
I've never used it.
Life will always find a way.
Yeah, but
I put on my pajama pants, go down to Walmart and get my stuff like good old fashioned American.
Oh, Walmart.
yeah.
And mind you, I endure Dollar General, and I endure a lot of grocery stores. But Walmart's just one of them. 2 years ago, I was willing to tolerate it, but I've reached that point where, but I won't do that.
but the problem is, if I go into Target, it's like all these prissy preppy chicks.
Oh, Target, I can't afford shit in there.
Target.
Yeah. Hey, Walmart used to have a really cool sports section. And you used to be able to just walk in and get a shotgun there. You can't anymore.
Yeah.
Not in Canada, I'll tell you that.
I mean, they used to have a sports section that would even look appealing next to Cabela's. It used to be really good. Now you go over there, you got some fishing lures, some decent fishing lures, I might add. You know, a little bit of camping gear, and that's it. It's like just.
Well, I used to get the Walmart special for ammo, and this last time, what was it? 2 years? A year ago? 2 years ago? I went by to pick. I hadn't been in Walmart in years and years, and I was like, "Where's the ammo?" And I finally found where it was. It was in the sporting goods section, locked behind. So it wasn't just locked in a shelving unit. It was locked behind the counter with the cash register. That particular unit, and so I couldn't even see what ammo they had available. And then because it was the day where the guy that ran it wasn't in there, I couldn't even, buy anything. It's like you had to come by on the correct day that the guy was there in order
The
to get in.
correct day, the correct time.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, screw it. And I ended up discovering that down here there's this other place called Academy, and it's like the Walmart for sporting goods, or what used to be Walmart.
Well, we used to have a nice. We would call it a junk store. It was called Benny's, and you walk in and you had a little bit of everything. It was like a miniature Kmart, but I mean, it had everything from lawnmowers to kitchen gadgets. The out, they had the outdoor stuff. You even had CB radios in there. It was great. There was a little bit of everything. It's like they took all the coolest stuff from Walmart and crammed it into one store and said, "Screw everything else. We don't need it." And there was a series of these stores, a chain of these stores throughout Connecticut and Rhode Island, and I don't know if it might have been a little wider out than that. But I used to love these things, and they're all gone now.
Huh.
Gone the way of Ames. Bargains by the bagful. If anybody remembers that. I mean, I guess it kind of got replaced by the Dollar Generals and all that, but Dollar General doesn't have nearly as much cool stuff. It's more like, hey, these are the things I would keep in my closet. There's stuff in this store. Whereas at Benny's, it's like, here's all the stuff you could tinker with.
Anybody get any good writing in?
Yep, I was right up until I said, what do these characters do with this gun? And I still can't believe that little thing just hung me up. I'm like, oh, wait, they can't just knock the guy out and leave him there with the gun. That would be stupid.
Yeah.
But when I considered, all but one character would just get rid of it. But that one character that might not is there. And now I'm like, I have to address this. I can't just gloss by this.
They can't just take their ammunition.
Well, no, it's part of the whole dilemma that the main characters are facing. It's like one said flat out, "I've never killed anyone before. I don't plan on starting now." There are 3 teens. 2 of the teens there with her are in agreement, but one is like, they'd kill us. Why don't we do it to them? And
is it killing if it's preemptive self-defense?
It's still killing, but that is self-defense. But the point is, they have enhanced abilities, so it's like they have a means of handling it without being lethal. That when you got enough. If you're powerful enough, you can be gentle. That kind of concept. I mean, they're not being gentle. I mean, they've kicked some butt. But the thing is, one of them says, "Hey, if we're not careless, they will kill us. We should just use lethal force on them right away." He's willing to cross that line. The other 3 are not. And I just realized there's no way this character is not going to want to take the gun, and I never intended for him to take one or have access to one, at least not at this point. But it wouldn't be realistic for these guys to come in without one, so I got to figure out what to do with it now.
Yeah.
It's like I found myself stuffed in a quick little corner I never saw coming.
I just finished writing through a whole bunch of strategic and tactical takedown of a bandit keep, or a keep full of bandits, and now I've gotten down to the logistics of how to clean up the situation afterward. And they have a couple of prisoners that they've captured. Kind couple of them are bandits, but they're so. One of the things that they've been discovering is that some of the bandits smell fishy, and it's because they're taking these potions of domination. They're basically being dominated by a more powerful being, and by consuming the potions, it allows them to be more easily taken over. And so it seems like the in group are the ones that smell like fish, and the out group are the ones that don't. And so all the few people that are left over don't smell like fish. So they're like, what do we do? And then even on top of that, there's one of them was a teenager who seems like he just had he kept bad company, and then he got involved in stuff that he didn't ever plan on getting involved in.
I mean, it sounds like you have a setup ready for a lot of puns.
Yeah. But this isn't. They're at the point where they have that much information about the fish, but they don't know what's causing it. They think they've solved like one of the situations, but they're still in a forest, and all they can see is individual trees. They haven't found the forest yet.
Sorry, I hit a wrong button and accidentally dropped out. Did I miss anything?
Not much.
Something smells fishy and can't see the forest for the trees.
Yeah.
Then you're probably by a river.
No, I'm referencing a lot of. They keep coming across clues, but they don't know what any of the clues mean, and so I'm kind of referencing that as that they know that they're looking at a tree, but they don't know yet that there's lots of clues around them that are going to end up leading them to what the problem is, or what the big bad is. They're just not there yet, so they're not seeing the forest.
Is this what you're working on, or somebody else's project you were reading?
Something I'm working on.
Yeah, like I said, I dropped out for a second, so I kind of lost some context there.
Yeah. Did you hear about the bandit keep?
Now, is this the thing where a half elf was out looking for his father, or
Yes.
is it that story?
Well, so I think if you've read any of this stuff before, that's kind of the prequel or the backstory. And then what I'm working on now is the actual campaign where they're actually off doing the adventuring stuff.
Okay, so is that going to be in the prologue, or is that going to be elsewhere as a backstory that readers can access, or do you know what you're doing that yet?
I'm not completely sure. The other thing that I'm thinking is that I may end up rewriting the backstory, because I've changed so that now my particular character is the narrator, and so it feels a bit easier and a bit more natural saying, I did this, I did that, I did the other thing, rather than so and so is doing such and such.
So what's up, Geno?
Not a whole lot.
Hey, Geno.
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
I'm here.
What have you had? Ugh. Wow, I can't talk tonight. It's kind of like most nights. But what have you got going on this week, Geno?
Well, apparently, I need to teach you English. So we'll start with that.
Many have tried, all have failed. I realize it's probably not a good. I tried to learn Spanish at one point, a couple points in my life, then I realized I can't even get English right. How am I going to take on a second
Yeah.
language?
The only Spanish you need to know is no habla español. That's it.
The only Spanish I know is usted necesita aprender inglés.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's kind of arrogant now that I think about it.
Nah. That's like the first thing I learned in any of my languages. I don't know how to speak German. Sprechen Sie Amerikaner? Not a problem.
Yeah, that and donde está el baño?
Yeah, that's probably top on the list for most people.
I mean, the most important German you need to know is eine kaltes Bier, bitte. That'll
Yeah,
kill.
Christy recognized Benny's when I was talking about it. Read out. You actually read out your words. You want to read it?
The biggest problem with Dollar General is, like most places, lack of staff. The DG Corp tried to run their stores with only 2 staff members at a time, when you need 3 at minimum.
Oh,
Yep,
wow.
that's what I've seen every time. Rarely have I seen 3 people in there at once, but 3 seems to be the magic number to make that place spin. Now
And
there might
they
be a
insist
third
not to
person,
do
but
it.
you never see them.
No, there's only 2 people. Almost always it's only 2 people. I know from experience. No, not my direct experience, but other family experience.
Gotcha. So the times I probably saw a third person was shift change.
Yeah, like I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's very rare. They are very strict on. They want to keep the bar so low on how they can pay, how few people they can pay.
Yeah, true.
It's no fault of the staff that's at the stores. I have no ill will toward them. I know what they're going through, but that's the only issue with Dollar General. It's smaller scale, so it's a bit nicer to get necessity stuff. And theoretically, I mean, Dollar General's been carrying more and more merchandise over the years. Because they're starting to do these like MG markets now, MG plus markets, where they're having like whole aisles of produce now. It's crazy. Not all of them, but some of them are getting full produce in. So you could live off of Dollar General nowadays if you had to, but it's the staff shortage, which is really corporate greed creating a staff shortage.
Yeah. But I've also seen, I'm trying to play both sides. Well, before I go into that, hail Fu Man Blue. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, but to try and see from both perspectives here, there are times I've gone into Dollar General and it's just slow. And if they had 3 people on at that time, they would be taking a loss, no doubt.
And that is true. That is true.
So trying to figure out the patterns and then matching them just right can be a challenge. I would not want to do the scheduling because somebody's going to get screwed, and there's no matter how well you try and work it out.
The one thing I found interesting, at least is my local Dollar General, it's always 2 people, and they have a self-checkout lane, but it's never working. Like it's buried in piles of merchandise. Like they've given up on trying to get somebody to come and fix it at that point. I'm sure there's piles and piles of emails of trying to put damage tickets in, and it's like, well, nobody's coming. So occasionally somebody will put out like the rubber duck. I don't know if you've been to a Dollar General with the rubber duck when you go to checkout to like raise the alarm that you're ready to check out so somebody can come ring you up. Well, sometimes it'll be the rubber duck. Sometimes there'll be a regular buzzer. But then after a few weeks, it'll disappear. So I don't know if there's a policy that the corporation's like getting very nitpicky on if you put like a buzzer or something there and are like cracking down on staff members. And that's really the problem. I'm like, well, if there was and I'm sure it probably is some horrible customer abusing it. Maybe that's most likely what it is. Somebody spammed it and the staff went, you know what? We're done hearing that for the day.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to know how that came about. Okay. Next chat. Here we go. We don't have a self-checkout here.
Yeah, I don't know what fancy part of Pennsylvania you live in, but
most of the ones in Pennsylvania have derelict self-checkouts. In southwestern Pennsylvania. I'm not joking. They all have a self-checkout in Dollar General, but it's never working. It's covered in
I've never noticed a self-checkout, but I never go to a self-checkout anywhere. except Home Depot, because they don't have it. Other than the contractor counter, they don't have a regular checkout person. Everything's self checkout.
Oh yeah, it's like it's all self checkout and have one person monitoring it, waiting
Yeah.
for the inevitable. The bar scanner's not working.
But I mean, whenever I go to a grocery store or on the occasion I go to Walmart, I mean the self checkouts are there. I never go up to them. I have stood in a long line of people with baskets full of stuff while I'm just standing there holding a couple of items
I have a
because
question
I
for
just
you
refuse
guys
to use
about.
the self checkout. I'm being stubborn.
I have a question for you Americans with checkouts at the grocery store. If you go to a human checkout, do they put your stuff in bags still, or have they stopped doing that?
Yep.
Mine does.
It depends on the store and who you got for a cashier. Sometimes if someone's available, they'll come up and help bag. Other times the person scanning might try to bag themselves. A lot of times I start bagging before they get the chance because I already had an idea in my head how I wanted to pack it.
Yeah, no. Here they will finish scanning your stuff and look at you while you bag your own stuff. And I asked the question, and apparently they stopped helping people bag years ago, is what I was told.
Oh, no kidding. Well,
it's like a policy
again,
now.
it's different store to store. For groceries, I usually go to Price Chopper, and a lot of times when they're scanning, I'll just start grabbing and packing the bags. And if they scan through everything before I'm done, and I'm not right there at the done, they'll grab another bag and start packing the stuff up too. So it's like it all depends.
Well,
But there are also times when the supervisor was all caught up with everything and was just running around helping people bag.
No, here it's a matter of policy. They are not to help you bag.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
That's customer service for you.
Yeah, and it's pretty much like they've replaced all the employees by immigrants, probably 90% now. Because if you hire immigrants, like the government will pay for their wage.
Yep.
So no one hires any locals anymore.
It's a security thing. We're making sure that they're not messing with your stuff.
That's the weird thing, though. There's a security guard, and he has a bulletproof vest, but there's never been there's no guns in the city. Like, there's no violent crime. Like, we live in one of the least violent cities in the world, but they have a security guard in there with a bulletproof vest for some reason. It's so strange.
Because it looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a cosplay.
And then on that one occasion where something does pop off out of nowhere, he's going to be glad he had it.
He's not going to know what to do.
It's going to hide behind the vest. I don't know.
It's so strange. It's so strange.
It's going to be like, you got a permit for that gun?
I used to do security and admittedly was kind of bad at it, but thankfully nothing ever really happened that I had to deal with because there are times where I'm like, if something does go down, I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to act like I have the authority here when really I have no authority to do anything. The only thing I can do is watch and report. I can't really interact for the most part, you know. I don't know how it was done today. That was back when, while I was doing security for the laws, and suddenly we all had to go get certified. But and we had a card that looked very similar to the blue card for pistol permit, but it was to do security, and that was years ago. I don't know what they do now. Christy wants to know if anyone has duct tape. They had some at Benny's.
Somewhere.
No, but I got WD-40.
Who doesn't have duct tape?
Right?
Quack, quack.
That should be on a T-shirt right there. Who doesn't have duct tape?
Probably is. Probably from the Red Green show. Except for the episode when they need to fix the duct and they can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah. You know what? That needs to be on a T-shirt.
That was a good episode.
Is that a real thing? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was a great episode.
No, I mean Rattel should be on a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know because I got to figure out shipping. I got to like get some sort of like a business account with the post office. I don't even know if I'm going to ship from here to the United States because that's going to add like an extra $10 of shipping to everybody. So I got to figure that stuff out as I'm building the campaign. A lot of the logistics doing it.
All that not so fun stuff that goes into the cool concept.
Exactly. It's like once you're done drawing the pages, you're like, finally, I'm done. It's all going to magically happen now, right? No, you have to like see the problems before they arise, and kind of solve them all. It's a little bit daunting at first, but I guess you got to go through it once and learn the ropes and figure it out and improve as you go.
I can't remember where I said it recently. I can't remember if I did on air or somewhere else. But the way I'm thinking about it now is, that South Park, the underwear gnomes?
The underwear gnomes. What?
I do not know that.
The underwear gnomes. Yeah, they Stan and Kyle ended up finding the underwear gnomes because all these underwear kept disappearing from people's drawers all over the place. And they tracked down and found the underpants gnomes. They're the ones who've been stealing it. And they said, it's part of our big business model, 3-step plan. And there's like 3 big posters on the wall. Poster number 1 said, steal underpants. Poster number 2 was a question mark. And poster number 3 said, big profits. I'm like, I need that, except instead of steal underpants, poster 1 said, write book.
Yeah, that's pretty much where
Write
I'm at.
book, question mark. Big profits.
That's kind of the allure of the traditional like comic book companies. Is just you just drew and then you were done. You got a paycheck and then you go out and get drunk or something. Now you kind of got to do all the things: the printing, the packaging, the shipping, the figuring out, all that stuff.
Yeah, but here's the cool thing: now that you've created a whole bunch of characters, you own them, not Marvel, not DC.
That's the thing, though. It's like it's cool. You got the freedom that goes with it, and it's liberating. I'll tell you that.
Geno, what is this link you shared?
That was the Gunsmith Cat trailer.
Okay. My computer's trying to load up.
Wrangler's computer go burp.
No, I'm talking to you on my phone right now for a reason.
It burst into flames. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, we're not starting that again.
That reminds me, I need to finish up the Herbert Morrison video. I started filming that in March, and then it kind of got away from me. It's a real obscure reference within an obscure reference. It'll make sense one day.
Yeah, I'm behind on some videos as well. Like I'm reviewing French bande dessinée, and I've got a series. It's called War and Dragons. Basically, it's like World War II and World War One, but you add dragons. Yeah, like each side, like the Germans have a big badass dragon, and there's this American guy that goes to fight with the French on old World War One planes, and he wants to shoot down the big bad German dragon.
I hope the dragon is so huge from Germany that it's so cumbersome, because that would be very accurate.
Yeah, well, you'll have to tune in and watch the review when I eventually put it out.
Hey, friends.
Hey,
What's up, James?
James is here.
Hanging out. Just finished dinner. Thought I'd say what's up. What's up?
Oh, we're about to check out this Gunsmith Cats trailer from 1995.
Yay.
Yes.
It's an old anime. What do you want?
Yeah, I haven't
95.
heard of it before, so it's new to me.
Oh, God, it's 30 years old? I didn't realize.
95.
Oh, no.
95 is one of the most 90th years of them all, so beware.
You're going to love it, though. I guarantee it. You're going to love it.
Okay.
30
Well,
30 years
when
is
I
not
play
that
this, I'm
long
going to
right
have to
now.
mute myself because I'm talking to you on the phone, but the share screen is on the computer, and I need to turn the audio back on the computer. So I got to mute on here to avoid feedback.
Very high tech.
All right, here we go. Yes. As I juggle electronics, I have no business touching.
Hashtag me too.
This would be a time you really need Trippy, because I'm scared that Wrangler might electrocute himself if he presses the wrong key.
Zap.
Need to set up some kind of VPN.
Oh yeah, this is gonna lag. I hope you know that, Bob. This is gonna lag.
Should I just show it? Would that be easier?
Probably.
That may be preferable. Yes, there's major lag, unfortunately.
It's
Yeah, you're
Wow.
gonna have
Yeah.
to. I'm
Wait,
sorry,
no.
man.
We have a share button.
isn't that communism though? Like, how close do we want? Do we really want to do a step forwards to communism?
Well, at least it's not Venmo to help the government pay off the debt.
It's like a black hole.
Yep.
Oops. All right, go back. Okay, I can't see two screens at the same time. I'm not on my computer. I'm on my freaking laptop.
Well, that's what I've been streaming from for the past 3 years.
Oh look, no. Oh, yay, no lag.
That's better.
'90s and Japanese.
They really do just slap together a bunch of different, like, random. Oh, you remember this blank? We're gonna put that in here. You remember Blues Brothers? We're gonna take some of that. You remember the Terminator? We're gonna take some of that. You like cool cars? Well, everybody likes cool cars. We'll put some of that.
Basically, just showing you the entire anime.
This guy looked like what's his name from what was it? The Full Metal Alchemist.
All right.
Now, do they actually smith guns or do they just shoot them?
No, they're
They
full on
mainly just shoot
gunsmiths.
them. Well, they are gunsmiths, but in the OVA, you don't really see a lot of smithing. You just see a lot of shooting.
True.
The contrast between like the hyper realism and the big eyes and pointy nose it kills me. It's so extreme.
Ayo.
Even the cars, like the cars are all hyper realistic. You can see them. You can see the suspension move when they turn. Like so much attention to detail. And you
The
got
OVA has one of the best car chases in animation history.
It's honestly one of the best animes you can ever watch for
It's
two
only 3
reasons.
episodes.
Yeah, it's 3 episodes that are only like 25 minutes each. You can get this done in one sitting real quick.
And what are the other reasons?
The other reason is one of the few where the Japanese or the English are both extremely good, so it doesn't matter which one you watch it in.
Okay. And I just presume it's generally entertaining.
Look, it's about 2 gunsmiths in Chicago. They get basically what's the word?
Hood-swinked.
Yeah, well, they get blackmailed by the ATF to go do some of their dirty laundry now and again, do like investigative work that they don't want to do. So they get blackmailed to go do the ATF's dirty work, and they just get involved in like a whole-on conspiracy. And there's a lot of shooting.
Okay. I do
guns.
like the reluctant aspect of it.
What happens when Japanese animators in the early 90s are really into Americana, particularly our Second Amendment and the ability to own guns and our cars. That's Gunsmith Cats.
And jazz, apparently.
Yes, the soundtrack's actually pretty good too.
Oh yeah, and our jazz music. That's there too.
I actually felt like I was watching like a black and white trailer for a moment there with no sound. Like you just had a band playing over it.
Like everyone's fascinated with America. Like all the Bond Disney I'm reading, they all have like English names. They take place in English cities or towns, and it's all American focused. Like you guys are like center of the world for a lot of people, a lot of creative people.
Well,
But I
we
thought
are.
English cities were in England.
What do you mean? We are the center of the world. What are you talking about? There's nothing else.
Exactly.
Well, that is one of my favorite memes. Is be the Americans the Japanese think you are.
Yes, literally, Gunsmith Cats is the epitome of that. It's like this is what Japan. This is what some people in Japan think Americans are.
I would rather I haven't seen it, and I would still say I'd rather think that we're that than whatever we actually are right now.
Also, somehow Chicago in the anime far more safer than Chicago in real life. Even with all the gunfighting, the scenes, all the car chases, everything that goes down in those 3 episodes, that'd be a much safer Chicago to live in.
Chicago, don't go.
An armed society is a polite society.
Can't go wrong with a Shelby though. The girl knows her cars.
Yeah.
Yes, the Shelby GT500. It is Rally's darling, and the animation team, the production team, were so hyper focused on that car. Obviously, in the animation, they basically just went out. I think, the whole animation crew like did a whole tour of Chicago. Like they photograph all the landscapes. And I think that's when they actually recorded all the audio off of a actual Shelby GT500.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
That's
they
what-
went crazy.
That's what my Blu-rays tell me as well.
Well, I think I've seen like some behind the scenes stuff where they're like actually test driving it on like a strip or something. They're getting all the audio.
Yeah, the animators
Oh,
like really go all the way when they do their research. Like for Ghost in the Shell, they went out to shooting ranges to shoot all the weapons for research for the movie.
That's sick. Very appreciable.
They're
Like
like,
I said,
Oh, I miss when people
buddy.
cared about what they write.
Actually reminds me of one of the few animes I actually like. What is it called? Initial D. Anybody see that one?
Initial
Oh,
what?
for Dracula.
no,
No,
Initial D is a drag racing from the mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
A 86, a Toyota 86.
Yes, and I'm curious if they went out driving all the cars because it
The
really went deep in the car lore in that one.
the guy that they talked to was an actual drag racing. He's one of the most famous drag racers in Japan. So
Oh,
yes,
there you go, nice.
they knew what they were talking about.
Drift
Have a great
racing,
night, Christy. Thanks for
which I don't
stopping
know.
in.
Maybe that's the same thing. I don't know.
80 or Initial D is very good for music. It's very good for about, I'd say, 4 seasons.
Yeah, that
And
last
it-
season was a little hard.
Yeah, then it goes. "Ugh."
And then it ends on one of the cliffhangers. Like, see you next
Yeah.
time, maybe.
Well,
But-
They also made a movie, but yeah.
oh, the live action? Yeah, no.
No, there's an animated movie too. But yeah, they also
Okay,
did
I
that.
didn't see that. The live action was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was horrible. I would not recommend that.
No. But if you're into cars, there's a car anime out there.
Even if you're not into cars, I'm not a car guy. I love Initial D. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it. I like the animes that are not so, cliche, I suppose. Which there's plenty of them, so I just need to explore more. But I also have a natural tendency to despise weebs because I'm bigoted.
Yeah, I can't get over the big eyes and the pointy noses, like we just saw in that trailer. It's too much for me. I'm just like, why? Can't
I grew up watching Voltron, so I'm used to it.
Let's say the Initial D animation style is an interesting choice, and there's many people that don't like it. So, but the cars are well done.
I knew once we started talking about anime, the otter would show up.
I am an ottersaurus.
Yes,
don't
you
know.
are.
The cat's version of you seems to know a lot more.
Anime,
Umbrella.
you say?
Are you talking about what's her name on Twitter? Patches, President Patches.
Is that what she goes by on Twitter?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll have to
We have
follow her.
a bit of a soft rivalry thing going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's cool. Otters will still win though.
Is that a metaphor for flirting, soft rivalry?
Sure. Totally not a war breaking out. No.
I'd watch an anime about the cat and otter war. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Cats and water cats.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah, them water weasels, they're going to have it a little tougher than you realize, though, right?
I mean, that would sell to Disney in a heartbeat, and then they would tend
do
to
you-
bend everything.
Do you have
They
any
screw
idea
up.
what those otters are facing?
Extinction.
I'm just waiting.
It's the same old theme since 1916. Eeyore, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. Eeyore, they are trying.
You know, I'd like
Just
that
watch
music
otters
video
become
better.
an allegory for the white man. Just watch.
I'd like that video better if they actually used the real song and not that remade crap.
I'll say that cats send their young. All of them were kittens.
Well, James, get the AI on a new version with otters
I mean, it's possible.
and use better music.
It's also possible. We have otter music.
You have something otter?
I've been looking for a reason to use what credits remain on my AI stuff. Maybe I'll do that.
I've also finished out today with, I think this might actually be my first viral tweet of all things.
Oh boy, nice.
Woo!
I forgot.
Did you piss off?
You
No,
need to
it's a good one.
disinfect something?
It's sitting at like 150,000 impressions or something like
Whoa,
that.
okay, impressions. Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Let me get on X. Let's see.
I'm looking to pull it up. You guys will probably have it there before my screen loads.
So it was like the most random thing too, and I got it from Raven.
I like mine better where I said mid.
The Adventures,
13,000 likes.
level 1 versus
Wow.
level 10.
Lord.
I didn't even realize it was a
Oscar.
Kingdom Come Deliverance joke until somebody pointed it out.
Yeah, I had no clue. I was working on D&D stuff.
Oh, look,
And
there
actually-
it is.
I think I had just finished writing or starting to work on the looting, the logistics of the looting stuff and everything, and then that came up, and I was like, "Yeah, we're stealing this stuff."
Yeah, it's not that one. It's the one that it's referencing.
I'm actually
I
looking
think
at
we
your
passed it
Sydney
up.
Sweeney one.
The Sydney Sweeney one, I'm quite proud of.
Ah,
Those people are just so stupid.
There we
Regular, you
go.
passed it up.
756 shares, 13,000 likes,
I just shared it.
147,000 views, and 50 comments.
Wow, people really liked it.
It was like the most random tweet too. I'm like, this of all things is what goes viral. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I had a viral tweet
The
once, and all
algorithm
I
works
did
in
was
mysterious ways.
All I did was spoil the Lilo and Stitch movie.
What's this? Sydney Sweeney's just too hot for them. Sydney Sweeney being in an American Eagle ad is fascist propaganda, according to the triggered TikTok clips.
Okay, well, I'll explain it for you. The tagline is that she's got good genes. 'Cause
Okay.
it's a play on word.
Real nice.
They're
genes.
saying
Okay.
that because she said I've got good genes and they're blue, like her eyes are blue,
Oh,
it's a dog whistle to Aryan Nazi propaganda.
Oh, that.
Wow, that's really a reach. Come on.
Well, that's a lot of like socialist like smearing, really.
that is like, that's really off the edge. These people deserve to be smacked.
I mean, if you shove your head so far up your own ass, you're eventually going to see Nazis. That's just the way it works.
I thought we would see Lemmywinks.
You should post that one on X and make that go viral.
You know what? Why not?
Good grief.
Well, let's
Sydney
go over to
Sweeney's
Grok
not
and
even
see how
that
Mecha Hitler's doing. I mean,
Oh no, not Mega Hitler.
I'm surprised that hasn't become a South Park episode already.
Give it time.
Just give it a bit of time.
I'm surprised the Simpsons didn't predict it.
Okay, there.
You know, Sydney
Took about
Sweeney-
10 seconds to close that window.
What was that, James?
Sydney Sweeney is really not that hot.
She's hotter than a lot of the celebrity chicks that Hollywood pushes.
Well, they don't
I'll take
really
what I
push-
can get.
They don't push that much.
Well,
Like-
it's her attitude that makes her hot. I mean, I agree. I don't really care for her face. Her body's amazing, but her face, meh. But the fact that she's like telling all these A-listers to go F themselves and kind of stuff. So yeah, people like that. That's pretty much why and she doesn't hide the fact that she likes that people give her attention because she's hot. So
For me, she's about on the same level as like Billie Eilish, maybe a little more attractive. That's not like super high in my books, but I'm like, I don't know. I remember everybody simping over Megan Fox back in the day, and I still don't find that bitch attractive.
That's a dude. Yeah,
I
that's
was too busy the whole time simping over Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek is justified.
That's why, as a Latin gentleman, I must say, you know, the Latin genes produce some of the most curviest of women.
well,
They can
also
also
the,
produce the opposite as well, unfortunately.
it's also the
Still
scenes that
curves.
she has no problem doing in her movies that have made her famous.
Hello, Omer. How you doing, man? First time
Yeah.
I see you here in the chat.
Omer has joined the chat, and the chat
Welcome to
will
the
never
darkest
be the
corners
same
of the
again.
internet.
Hey, Omer.
Homer Simpson.
Sorry for speaking over you, Wrangler. I'll go get myself the wet noodle lashes.
Isn't lag amazing? So, Omer, what you got going on, man? I think, didn't he just finish up a stream?
Yeah, he's got a stream on Mondays. Drawing stream.
Does everybody have a stream on Mondays now?
I have a stream on Thursday. Beat that.
Well,
Yeah,
freaking
it's
Royce is
Tuesday.
doing it.
Yeah.
Animated Mood is doing one now.
I used to stream, and then I lost the energy.
It was my immortal, wasn't it?
No, I gassed out like a whole year after my immortal.
Oh.
We need to find something really atrocious, like sit down and suffer with.
Sugar-free gummy bears.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to explain that one.
If you don't stream it, I'll stream it. Or I'll make a video out of it. You can count on it.
I really need to do something with the Food Bar Digital Lounge, but it's hard to handle two channels. I've learned that it is too. I cannot multitask beyond one channel.
Yeah. Omer says, yeah, just wrapped up. I go from 6 to 8 Central on Monday. Yeah, hey, If you still got some piss and vinegar in you, feel free to hop in, man.
How do you guys have all this energy on a Monday?
Coffee.
I don't do anything.
Lots and lots of coffee.
Although I'm not sure where I would send the link to him. If he wants to come in, Frederick, you could send him one, right?
Yeah. Well, I could set it up.
That's if he wants to. He just came off a 2-hour stream. I wouldn't blame him if he didn't want to.
I could drop it. Doesn't cost anything to drop the link.
Yeah, meanwhile, you got Captain Garrett on Sundays going over 6 hours.
That dude-
Oh, wow.
not breaking a sweat either. That's the
Yeah,
crazy part.
that dude runs a marathon every stream.
I
It's
think
like-
I've had so many long form conversations between like Wrangler, Frederick, and Billy Bob Sack that I think I could actually talk for 6 hours and not break a sweat.
Yeah, we've done so much streaming in the past year that it feels like it's almost natural now. Like I used to be terrified if I was gonna like be alone on my show or not. I was like, oh my god. Now I could just like, I feel I could just like start talking and just start talking shit for an hour.
You guys are freaking weird.
I suppose so.
Thank you.
I suppose so.
I don't want to talk for 5 minutes.
I
Right?
do.
If somebody brings up a subject that I actually know stuff about, I can talk for a good 5-10 minutes, but then I run out of words and I'm like done for the day.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'd rather other people talk. That's why I invite people to talk on my show and I just draw, just do the drawing, you know? That's the best part.
That
But,
reminds me, I need to make a chat.
If you gotta talk, you talk.
What do you mean you need to make a chat?
What does that mean, make a chat?
Frederick, you and I talked about it.
Like a chat room?
Yeah, a chat room.
Okay. For what?
For our creator stream.
Yes. Oh, dude, we have to do a create-a-thon. See, you have to. You get
What's
like.
that?
So you have to draw for 15 minutes. Then you have to talk. Then you get to talk for 15 minutes. Then you have to write for 15 minutes. Then you got to talk for 15 minutes. Then you got to do video editing for 15
Oh,
minutes.
gosh.
Then you get to talk for 15 minutes.
So how it works is you have two main groups that you get to choose where you go, but one group is focusing on writing and another is focusing on art. And it's like every 10 minutes, one is going to focus on their craft while everybody else talks. And once those 10 minutes are up, there's going to be about 2 or 3 minutes in between where everybody talks before swapping around. And then it becomes everybody, whoever is wanting to do art can draw or illustrate for 10 minutes while everybody else is talking.
Yeah, it's like it's the writing streams we do, but with art added in, and it keeps the silence to a minimum. When you first say it, it sounds a little hectic and convoluted, but then when it sinks in, it's like, wait, that should be nice, smooth, and work well. Of course, there's a lot of things we do that we think are going to be nice, smooth, and work well, and then don't.
It's worth experimenting at least.
Oh, yeah, I love the idea.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun experiment. But I think it's going to go terribly wrong, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's one of. I mean, kind of just wanted to do it to see what happens.
I want to see the car wreck.
But I think that's a brilliant idea, combining a writer's stream with an artist stream and doing the sprints, staggering them.
Yeah.
I think we should put artists and writers on a desert island and see who survives the best.
The
Artists with
artists.
pocket knives.
No, the artists have more weapons.
Well, the artist island will look better.
But the pen is mightier than the sword.
They don't have a sword either. They just have colored pencils.
Yeah, but
That's
like they like revere them way more than the writers do. So the writers be more way sacrificial with their tools, and some of them might have like fat laptops that could be used as blunt instruments.
Actually, yeah, that's a
Well,
good
of
point.
course.
If they're actually writing in a book, they might have a heavy book to hit people with. So bludgeoning damage, yeah.
You need to document everything, Otter. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, we
They'll
need to
start
document
flinging
everything.
paint. When they start flinging the brown paint, you better run.
Making some kind of chemical weapons out of the paint.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, and artists win again.
Then they got them rulers and protractors so they can make better equipment. A little more uniform.
Guess the only thing the writers can do is write something about the nihilistic, bleak existence and get all the artists depressed, and then they'll just kill themselves.
Oh, you don't know that
Very
because there's a lot
millennial
of
writing tactic.
It also depends on the writer because, like, writing usually attracts a lot of people with life experience. So you get some soldiers up in that island.
I don't know why, but it just set my mind on an old episode of Epic Rap Battles of History.
Oh,
And it was the Eastern philosophers versus the Western philosophers.
I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah. And one of the philosophers on one team pointed out contradiction in the Western philosophers, and the Western philosophers all started arguing with themselves. So they start they start rap battling themselves, and then that one Eastern philosopher started bragging about it, and then the next thing you know, all the Eastern philosophers, they're all arguing with each other as well, and it just ended up with like all of them battling at each other and disagreeing.
That was a fun one.
Yeah. You want to know which one was kind of it wasn't bad, but it seemed to lack a certain punch I was expecting, I guess, was the Turtles versus the Artists.
Oh, the Leonardo, Michelangelo. Yeah.
Donatello and Raphael versus the four artists with the same names.
I honestly don't remember that one that well.
Yeah. See what I mean, though? It's like, it was cool and all, but it seemed to be lacking something. It didn't stand out as good as that one should have.
They once did the inventor of Bitcoin with, I think, some economists or something. That one was funny as well.
I must have missed that one. My favorite of all of them is actually Genghis Khan versus the Easter Bunny is my second favorite. My first favorite is Ben Franklin versus Billy Mays.
I think I'd have to go with like the original ones with Vader and Hitler. It's just hard to beat those.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Those are good.
Although the first one,
in the last one, Stephen Hawking comes out of the shadow. You're standing over the Rancor pit.
Yeah, those are good ones. They just did one. A new one, but I don't even remember who it was.
I was quite
I like
surprised
the
when they
idea
did
that
the
in the whole conflict that you've got like the Twilight Zone announcer just going, "You've reached beyond the limits of man, a zone between space and time."
You are entering the scary door.
I've been watching a lot of Twilight.
The scary door. Oh crap! Has anyone watched the new ones?
The new Twilight Zone?
No, the new Futuramas.
Wait, there are new Futurama? Like how new? Like 10 years ago new?
Well,
Or-
it's
No,
like
it's like last
Futurama
year.
always gets canceled and then it
Really?
comes back.
Yeah.
It's like it cannot die.
That was
It's,
one of their openings.
yeah,
They
it's a
said
Hulu
that.
exclusive, I think.
It was like they got canceled, then they came back, and to celebrate, they did a whole like animated movie. And they're like, "Yeah, screw you, Fox."
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. People get confused because the comebacks is like a 3-part miniseries or something like that. It's not
Bender's
exactly
Game
like
is like
the
the
show.
best one.
Yeah, I agree. I have them all on DVD. Well, I guess I don't now since they came out again. But no, I also did not watch the new Twilight Zone, so I can't speak to that either.
I've been watching the classics, and well, I mean, they still hold up.
Oh yeah. Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I could watch those all day.
Oh yeah, Hitchcock was great, and he had such like the most hilarious introductions as well. Like he was the almost best part of the show. Like he just set him up perfectly.
I never watched. What is the other? What's one of the famous like Twilight Zone episodes? It's a Happy Life or something like that. I think that's its name.
I don't know them by names.
I had never seen that episode until like last week. That one's all about a kid who like rules over a small little village like a god, and he can like he's kind of sadistic a little bit. So it's like anybody who gets on his bad side, he turns into like a malformed monstrosity. They call it sending them to the cornfield.
Oh, that seems familiar.
Yeah,
well,
is that similar to that Brightburn thing people are talking about lately?
Oh, it always made me think of that. What is that book we all had to read in school?
I don't know. There's too
with
many.
the
Lord of the Flies?
Yeah, Lord of the Flies, with the conch.
Yeah, I know this one though. It was very tense because he could read their thoughts. So they had to not only put on a kind face, they had to actually mean what they were saying.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, that rings a bell. I must have seen like a rerun on late night television back in the day.
Well, that's the best thing is most of this stuff now is free on like Tubi or Pluto TV.
I mean, just outright YouTube. A lot of times there's a lot of stuff free on there.
That's true. Yep.
Lately, if it's not on YouTube, I don't see it. I don't. Even the free streaming services, I don't have them. So it's just I just got YouTube. So if it goes on YouTube and I'm interested, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'll eventually see it when somebody else has it on their TV when I go to visit.
Yeah, YouTube has some good content that's just like behind ads. That's it. And if you have an ad blocker, you don't even see those. So it's quite.
Depends. My laptop is insistent on playing all of the ads.
Yeah.
You should fire your laptop.
Speaking
I
of
wish I
YouTube,
could. It's from work.
I can tell you for a matter of fact that Gunsmith Cats is on YouTube.
All free parts.
Yep.
Nice.
In both
I know,
English and Japanese.
I know that you could find so many old school freaking 1930s, 40s, and 50s radio shows on YouTube. Hundreds of hours of them.
All the cool stuff that's been baked into our pop culture. And there's no way that we can experience all of it in a lifetime. There's so much that's just going to have to go unlooked.
Yes, very much so. You know, what reminded me of the radio shows actually was that they had a lot of. I actually think Twilight Zone was a radio show at one point.
I can definitely see that.
And they had a lot of them. One of them that was called Suspense was very much a straight horror-based Twilight show-esque sort of radio show that they aired almost 2,000 episodes. So they were out there for a while.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy started out as a radio show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did.
I thought it started out as a book.
Well, it started out as a radio show and then became a book.
Yep.
You can
that's
also
cool.
find you can find the old Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy radio shows on YouTube as well.
Yep.
That's
You
awesome.
can find a lot of old school BBC radio shows, and they make some good ones.
Yeah, I ended up finishing the second John Carter book earlier tonight, and the ending was very strong for that book.
Oh, I'm watching the movie. Don't say anything because I've got like 20 minutes left on it.
Okay. What do you think about it so far, by the way?
So I'm going to answer Omer Glish real quick, and then I'll get back to your question, Otter.
How dare you?
So yes, Omer, this is a redraw. So these were like the covers I did before I started the comic book, and they have some like costume inconsistencies, and even the board, like the design of the board was a little bit different back then. So since I'm at the end of the project, I'm preparing the covers, and I'm kind of like just decided to print out the blue line versions and just fix them a little bit with the redraw. So it should give me like up-to-date versions of the covers, because I'm preparing the campaign like as we speak. Like I've been working on it today. I'm going to have the campaign on Fund My Comic and Geyser. So check that out. And now back to Otter's question.
Hi.
So what do I think of? Well, first of all, I'm kind of really not into space fantasy, so it's hard for me to watch those themes. But despite that, it's got a lot of good things going for it. Like the lead is a really good, charismatic actor, interesting, and the CGI is very good. It's at the beginning, I kind of found it a little bit hard to get into the story, because you're kind of like, you start off with the fight on Mars, then you're like in England with the inheritance story, then you're in the the Wild West of America, and then you get transferred back to Mars.
Yeah,
Then it feels like the
ending's
story
a bit
starts
rough.
at that point. Go ahead.
The beginning is just a bit rough, in my opinion. I think you could have shaved off like 20 minutes and lost nothing.
Yeah, well, actually, now I want to see what his nephew thinks at the end. So no spoilers. I've got about 20 minutes left to watch after I'm done with this stream here.
So this isn't a spoiler. So are you okay with me telling it's not a spoiler?
Can I trust you? You're an
Yes.
otter.
Yes, you can, actually.
Go ahead.
So do you know who his nephew is?
I mean, I've seen the scene at the beginning of the movie. I don't know what
Edgar
else.
Rice Burroughs.
Yes, they say his name, which is the name of the author, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
and the reason for that is the context given in the books is that Edgar Rice Burroughs writes that he actually knew the real John Carter, and these are the stories that he passed on to him, and he's writing it down.
Correct.
Yeah.
Beverly Music has joined us. What's going on, Beverly?
Hey,
I made him
Emily.
come.
He says
All
King
based
Bob
on-
reminded me to be here. Thanks, King Bob.
It's all based on a true story, then.
Supposedly.
Yeah,
I-
it's not too dissimilar from Philip K. Dick when he did Man in the High Castle. He said the
I
same
gotta read
thing.
that. I gotta read that. That sounds good.
Stephen King also did the same thing with the Dark Tower series.
The best way I can describe John Carter, though, it's Giga Chad Portal Fantasy. Like,
Right, yeah.
Especially in the books, John Carter is a proper Giga Chad. And even, like, the other main characters are all Giga Chads.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tars Tarkas is my favorite. I love Tars Tarkas.
Yeah, I do love the character. I love his powers, like the being able to jump. It reminds me of the old school Superman before Superman could fly. His flying was added on after the fact.
Yeah, this is one of the original cases of like isekai portal fantasy, where a person from the real world gets transported to a fantasy world and they've got special powers.
Well,
Right.
it's loosely based on scientific fact.
Loosely.
Yeah, the gravity would be less, so technically he would be able to jump farther. Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff I'm kind of like not into at this point. So it's not my cup of tea, but I kind of find it interesting to look at as an author myself now. Kind of examine. Okay,
It really doesn't dwell on it too much. It's more about just kind of like it's basically fantasy just rooted ever so slightly in real world science.
Correct.
Omerglitch says Barsu. I love that film. John Carter of Mars. Which is a dumb title. They should have just kept the original title.
It's
I
not
didn't
Barsu.
realize there was a different title for the original.
It's not Barsu, it's Barsum.
Mm-hmm.
for sure it's not Barstool.
No,
Yeah,
Yes.
it was not well marketed, and they did a lot of stuff wrong with that movie.
It was unfortunate because the movie itself really isn't bad.
Yeah.
I do think it's a little rough around the edges. It has some pacing problems, but it's still a very good movie.
Yeah.
I agree.
The lead actor was very well chosen because he carries the movie almost by himself.
I will also applaud Disney for having the balls to produce something like John Carter. Because he's like an ex-Confederate cavalryman.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, they don't mention that. They don't highlight that too much.
It's not highlighted, but it actually mentions it in the movie.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't
and
shy away from it.
they do like really highlight that he's from Virginia because that's what the aliens think his name is.
Virginia.
And one of the what do you call them? The high-powered beings.
Oh, the
like,
Therns.
He can like narrow down his accent to the south. It's like, oh yeah, you're probably either from this state or Virginia, which is funny.
When did that come out? Like 2010?
It's like 2012, I think.
Very interesting. Would you say you're which one of you is down with the John Carter sickness, lore wise?
What I know of the lore, I really like it. It's really cool.
I say
There's a
I've
lot
read,
that's covered in the books that's not shown in the movies at all.
Yeah, I've read the books. I've seen the movie, but it was a while ago, so I wouldn't say it's great.
Okay, because what's it called? Frequency and I are working on this new show called Lore Dump, where we either bring someone on or we ourselves sort of just spend 30 minutes to an hour just gushing lore on people who have no idea what you're talking about. So if any one of you have a particular lore you want to gush about, let us know.
Fallout.
Yeah, we can do Fallout.
I love Fallout lore.
We'll set something up.
That's such a subjective thing. You know
For
more than
sure.
some people, and some people are going to know way more than you. Where's the line?
Well, it's mainly just for presentation and for the fun of it. I like hearing lore. People like talking lore.
Oh,
You never
Fallout
know a
reminds
lot
me.
of lore about any topic.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, and we'll be reacting to said lore.
Did
Oh,
you
Lord,
guys
yeah.
see that house that I posted the other day?
The
I don't
house?
think so.
Iron Age Media has been looking for a new house, and he stumbled across this house in Arkansas, and it literally looks like a Fallout 4 settlement.
Oh. I haven't heard from Richard in quite some time, actually. How is he
Yeah,
doing?
he's been busy. They packed up the house and they're trying to sell it.
Oh, okay.
I just realized I was on mute all this time.
Hmm.
Omer Glitch says Barsum. Is that the correct word?
Add in one more O and you got it.
Marsum.
And
Barsum.
Overlord Fluffy has joined us. Says gush about 40K lore.
We need a 40K master though to tell us
Yeah.
about it.
I play
Like the whole
40K,
shtick is you have
but,
one.
I don't give
one,
a shit about the lore though.
Yeah,
So much 40K lore.
the,
Yeah,
the
that
whole
would take
shtick is
forever.
the whole shtick is that one person knows the lore, and mostly everybody else doesn't.
Well, they've
Yeah.
got like tons of books. Like the amount of books on 40K lore is astounding. Like they have authors going off on each faction, and they go in their own direction. There's a lot of stuff you can read on. Like I listened to an audio book on the Necrons, and it's too much for me, man. It's just like it's not the kind of thing I'm into.
Yeah,
I
pretty
heard
deep.
that Dan Abnett is kind of like the main Warhammer writer or 40K writer at the very least, and he also did a lot of the writing for the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Huh.
And hey, you Fluffy, glad to see you here.
Well,
Speaking of
Jason-
lore dump, here's the thumbnail we're using for now.
Oh, that's good. Well, based on a drink with crazy server, the 40K people you want to talk to is Buddy Rabbit and
Oh yeah.
who was the other guy? Andean?
Yeah.
Rolandian?
And we may have to break it up into segments because our first episode was just Transformers. And then at the end of it, I was so lost that we decided to break it down into Transformers first generation and explain that. Then we'll go on from there.
Oh, I could probably do G.I. Joe. Did you have
Yeah.
MAJI-CHAN on for Transformers? She's pretty good at
We
that.
did. We
Yes.
did. She was our,
that
she was
makes
our
sense.
first guest.
However, James, I do think we might have to try and maybe come up with some categories to follow because we went all over the place. Maji and I started talking, and 1 minute we're talking about G1, next minute we're talking about the movies, then Beastmasters, the original Beastmasters, and then we're talking about the two different versions of the comic books that happened at the same time. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, we just kind of went all over the place, like a spastic kid with watercolors. I don't know how much we were.
The comic books are big now as well. Like they've made a comeback. Everyone's talking
Really?
about the new. Yo, dude! Like I keep.
Yeah.
I have to
Like
look at
apparently,
it.
whoever's got the rights to them, put the right artistic team on it because the covers
Wow.
are fucking awesome. You have like a picture of I think it's Optimus Prime like ripping the tape off of Soundwave, and you can see like the 1980s like audio tape being ripped out of him and everything. Like
Oh,
it's-
wow.
it's on point. Like if you are a Transformers fan, check out what they're doing now with the comics.
I'll take a look at that because I just generally like art. But yeah, I figured the way it would go is you just start from the beginning of the story. If
Yeah,
possible.
Everly Music said, I saw Bill Murray last week. He referenced 40K, but I can't remember what he said about it now. Hello, Homer Glitch.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Homer Glitch.
welcome.
Anyway, James, you were saying? Sorry about that.
No, I finished up.
Okay, I didn't want to cut you off, but I wanted to address Everly and Homer. And I've done that, so now I'm out of things to say.
Congratulations. A winner is you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
So what you working on, Homer?
This is a character of mine called Lady Arsenal, and she's just trying to get it inked up.
That's
Well,
quite an arsenal.
Yeah. She knocks him out with her motorboat skills.
Ah,
Death by Snoosu.
No, she helps my main character Glitch. She becomes like an executive assistant that helps him run his tech corporation, and then she's also an expert in like military weapons, so guns and swords and knives. And she trains with him to show him how to use all these weapons, so he's in tip-top shape. And yeah, that's eventually part of the story.
Well, she could show me how to use my weapon. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
giggity.
Well, of course, he's going to be banging both the chicks that are his executive assistants. They got hired for a reason.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's no
Frederick.
HR department, so
Frederick. I also ended up watching Gone Girl yesterday.
Oh yeah. I saw your posts on Twitter.
Gone
what
Girl.
is- yeah, I loved that movie,
Ben
man.
Affleck,
That was
Great
good.
movie.
Yeah, I mean the first like 5-10 minutes are kind of very ordinary and bland.
Well, you know something's kind of off. It's just it's giving you a little taste that something's not right in their life.
But even that, it feels like it's like takes 10 minutes before you start feeling that. But
For me, the
thing
movie-
is, you got
The movie doesn't Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's so much plot in the first. Like, I felt like I was halfway through the movie, and then I was looking at the where I was, and it was like 25 minutes in. I'm like, are you kidding me? It feels like I'm halfway through the movie now. And
Yeah,
when I was
it's
halfway
like-
through the movie, it felt like I was done with one whole movie. It's
What- once I
So
got to
much.
like the third way mark, like I was like, is this movie reaching its end? Then I'm like, oh no, there's a lot more going on.
There's another movie once you're done with the first movie you think you're watching. Then you
It
got
does
another
have
movie.
pacing issues.
A little bit.
I didn't
Got
feel
pacing.
that. Like I watched a lot of movies with pacing issues this week, and I didn't have any issue with that one. Besides maybe the first 5-10 minutes. 5-10 minutes, I was like, okay, this is just like a very ordinary husband and wife movie, you know.
I
But
had
once it
to
got
think
going, I
about
thought
the
the
ending.
intrigue was very good. Kept me going.
I had to think about the ending. At first, I didn't like it, but I think it works in one very specific way.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Like, I don't like the choice that the husband makes.
Yeah, I don't like his choice either. I really only think it works in one way, and it is a little spoilerish, but like it's up to you guys if you want me to actually spoil this movie.
You should not. No, it's
Okay.
such a good
Look,
intrigue.
Look, I'm gonna say it, okay? They shouldn't have moved to the Congo at the end.
Listen, the elephant hunting was their passion, James. Okay, you have to follow your passion in life.
Who is the chick in that movie?
Amy.
Amy Adams?
No, Rosamund Pike.
She is very
oh,
good
yeah.
at playing an absolute cunt in that
It
movie.
should have been called Chasing Amy, to be honest. Like, this is the real Chasing Amy. I don't want to say anything else because it's so spoilerific. Like, if you haven't seen it, what do you just go watch it as soon as possible?
Losing Amy.
All I'll
It's-
say is she is an absolute whore. Probably
Rosamund
one of
Pike?
the most detestable characters in all of movies.
Doesn't
Oh,
she
yeah.
always play that character though?
Yeah, she's kind of like a deadpan bitch face kind of.
Let's say she always seems like she's playing some kind of psychopath.
Attractive, but
You're already spoiling a lot just by saying that. Because, you know,
That is true, but I will also say this. Ben Affleck's character is no spring chicken either.
yeah,
it feels like he's playing himself
That's fair.
in this movie. It feels like this is
that's
his,
true, Frederick.
this
like
is a
his-
veiled life story of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, or what's her name?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably
Yeah.
his best performance.
I thought he does really well in The Accountant as well. But yeah, that you might
Yeah.
be right.
well, the second one he played a little more retarded, I thought, which is I don't remember him being that scatterbrained in the first one, and it seems like in the second one they amplified it a little bit more.
The second was definitely more fun.
Yeah,
Now I know nothing about this movie, but the more I hear you guys talk about it, all I could think of is that episode of Family Guy where Lois dragged Peter to a movie he didn't want to see, and at the end he was standing up applauding, going, "Why did you choose? Why did you choose him over the insulin? You could have had both."
Hmm.
Well, technically, we're talking about 3 movies now, which I recommend all 3 of them. Gone Girl is amazing. The Accountant is amazing. The Accountant 2, I would say, is a little less amazing,
Well, I
but
thought
still
the
fun.
third one was John
Oh, and
Carter.
here for a second I thought Ben Affleck was in Gone Girl. I didn't know that we just switched to
Talking
another
about-
movie.
4
He is a
movies
good girl.
now. Because you should watch, Gone Girl, followed by John Carter. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
makes
John
no
Carter
sense.
of Mars. Yeah,
yeah, super fun movie.
And
I
the
should
CG
look
is
that up.
very good. Like the alien creatures, like they almost tear up in their eyes in certain scenes. Like it's good job. well done.
CG's aged very well, actually.
Yes.
you were
It's
spot
almost like they knew what they were doing.
on. Yeah, it came out in 2012. Good guess, Otter.
I mean, you know, if you
Well,
film
I
for
looked it up.
CG, it can look really good. Just think Terminator 2, you know? Like
Wasn't
that's
that
all
Lucasfilm
that.
Studios doing the CG? What was it?
Industrial Lights and Magic?
Industrial Light and
ILM.
Magic.
Yeah, they do the CG for almost everything. It seems. At least all the good big Hollywood
I'm trying to remember Gone Girl. Like I know I've watched that movie like 3 or 4 times, and every time I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Oh, okay, I remember this. Oh, I remember this. And I'm just like, is she the one on the train? She takes the train ride every day to work.
No.
No.
Oh, what movie am I thinking of?
Took a midnight train going anywhere.
Is that the one with Liam?
You do
Neeson?
not want to take the midnight train for this bitch.
Yeah.
What if I have Steven Seagal as a bodyguard on that train?
It's not going to help you.
Still not a
Wait.
good idea.
Well, wait a
Well,
minute.
he does pretty good with bad guys on trains.
Say, which
Yeah, but
Steven Seagal are we talking about?
this
Modern
is not-
Steven Seagal?
This is not a physical.
Under Siege 2, Steven Seagal.
Oh, okay, as long as he's in his prime, you got a chance.
See,
Right, not
this
badass.
is you're talking about female mental torture.
Yeah.
It's not physical danger.
She's not a ninja.
Oh,
Although there is a scene.
Well, it sounds like you can throw this chick against the wall and she's gonna like it.
Yes.
yeah, that's
Most
that's
of them
accurate.
do.
Yeah, that is true.
But then she's going to ruin your life for it.
A little choking will go a long way.
Even just the previews that I'm watching here on IMDb, man, it looks really good. I kind of forgot how good it looked.
Yeah, it's
Talking
on Prime.
about
I
John
should
Carter, Gone
watch it.
Girl, or
John
Girl or
Carter.
John Carter?
John Carter. I wanted to
Oh.
know when it came out, so I looked it up.
yeah. No, it is visually well done.
It's like one of America's kind of like most influential like franchises that's kind of forgotten.
Yeah, it's really forgotten.
I never even knew it existed until you guys started talking about it.
Well,
The first time I heard of it, I think it might have been Billy Bobsack who mentioned it where I first heard it.
well,
Or maybe
it's
it was
basically
you, Otter.
It's basically a proto Star Wars. That's what it is.
Exactly.
And what's hard about watching it is that it's probably originates a lot of the cliches that we'd see in a lot of space operas.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels very unoriginal to watch it because all the things that happen in it, you've seen them in 20 other movies.
My
So-
ride is here.
It's kind of like, for me, it felt like a very unoriginal story in certain parts because of that. And I bet this is the origin of all these like cliches.
There's a couple of parts of it that are left out though. One thing that the book covers that the movie doesn't is the fact that you basically have, I forget what exactly they're called, if it's the Therns or if it's someone else, but you basically have the whole like atmosphere of Mars. It's artificial because their planet is dying. They have like certain outposts where like actual kind of like scientists have to like stay vigilant over maintaining the atmosphere or everyone's going to suffocate.
Mm-hmm.
Another
That
aspect
says yo-yo.
Another
Ah,
aspect
sure.
is they don't have seas, not normally. All their seas are underneath the earth. So they have like underground seas.
How you doing, Bat Sauce?
I was
Yep.
thinking that was Bad Sauce. That's why I said my ride is here, but I wasn't sure. He's changed his
Oh
avatar.
no, it's
and
bats. It's not Bat Sauce. It's bats.
Okay, so that isn't my ride.
Because he
I'm
would have said beep
Batman.
beep. It would have been like his
Yeah,
first.
you're right. He would have said beep beep.
So we've got a yeah.
Welcome, bats.
Hola, bienvenidos. Enchanté. So speaking of Ben Affleck, have y'all seen Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea? That was a great film.
Is that
I
his
heard of it.
daughter or something? What was Casey Affleck?
It's his little brother. Casey.
Oh, it's a dude.
I have
Yeah.
not seen it.
Bat says, I lost the sauce.
He gets exhausted saying beep beep all the time.
Emily says, not in our hearts.
You should say squeak squeak. It's much easier.
Listen, Bat Sauce, you have to put in the work. If you want branding, you got to put in the work. That's all I'm going to say. Don't see Otter skipping on his squeaks, do you? Although you
Squeak,
did just
squeak.
say one squeak last time on my show, Otter.
Squeak, squeak.
I felt like you only brought 50% of your game, you know.
Squeak and weep.
What's this work thing you guys keep talking about?
There we go.
It would sound so much cooler if you could say that in the voice of Michael Clark Duncan now.
Bats has got a lot of beeps in the bank now. See, you can go about 3 months without saying beep beep now, Bat Sauce. You're good. You're good.
What about boop bop beep?
That's somebody else. That's identity theft.
What if the beep bank crashes and then he has no beeps left?
What about beady beady?
Then you go to an auto repair shop and get the horn fixed.
You can always get more beeps. You know?
Unlimited beeps. And you get a beep, and you get a beep, and you get a beep.
Squeak, squeak.
I didn't know you could count, Evele. Good job.
You get a prize. Here's a plan.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
All right. So Emily's our official accountant for branding onomatopoeia. Which is quite a unique title to have.
VP of Onomatopoeia.
Put that on your CV.
Your CVP.
I'm running out of letters.
So what do you writers do when you run out of words?
How is that possible?
I
You
often
can
find
make it up.
myself staring at the screen and then thinking, I'm going to have a cigarette while I go think about this. And then I pull out my phone and watch a YouTube video while I'm doing that. And then while I'm watching the video, I'm scrolling through, finding another video I want to watch next. And then 3 weeks later, I come back to the word processor and go, oh, I know what I'll put here.
There's way too many words in the English language. Also, I go with the simple writing and just wait till the Control F polishes to come up with more creative shit.
Doesn't Wrangler start creating his own AI to write his shit for him?
What? No, I have no idea how to do that. I wouldn't want it to do that. I like the AI for studying the physics for things, but
Yeah, I think it's the AI is manipulating Wrangler to write for the AI.
Oh,
So I think it's Wrangler working for the AI writing.
yeah, the AI just kept cranking out slop, so it snookered me in and got me to write for it.
See, told you.
did you make that AI prompt writing tool site? I have it marked here somewhere. I need one day. I need to use it. To
No.
James. That's James's.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
James did that.
We just need to get Theo on stream with us just so he can do the Kronk voice.
Yeah.
Wrangler, you need to get on James's AI there. It'll help you out.
He sent me a rap battle between Master Chief and Samus Aran once that he made with an AI.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Oh, it was pretty cool. I had a good laugh at it, mentioning all the different power-ups and stuff that they get, and they covered most of the lore in that one battle where it was kind of impressive.
Hey, so recently I saw this video of I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my watch list of so it says on the thumbnail, so finally AI killed a human. So I don't know. I thought
I don't know.
Was it Annie?
I haven't checked it yet, but I was just wondering, maybe y'all watched that, or since bringing up AI.
No, I mean, I heard AI advising depressed people to do harmful things to themselves. I heard about that, but I didn't hear that any AI actually successfully got someone to take the plunge, so to speak.
Well, that's the thing. AI is actually very impressionable. what it says is not necessarily right.
Probably killed somebody named John. Can't imagine why.
Probably because it's one of the most common names, so odds are good that will be their name.
Oh, come on. You didn't get that reference?
No.
Terminator, dude. Think Terminator.
Oh, duh.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
I
We
just
would start with Sarah. That's,
Yeah, could have gone with Sarah. That would have worked too.
you know, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, remember my master plan. Should AI become sentient and try and wipe us out, I will stop it from happening by uploading Max Headroom into it.
Now, when you
Could
came up
say-
with this master plan, did you do it by consulting AI?
No, I just thought it'd be hilarious for Max Headroom to wreak havoc inside of Skynet.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
I have no idea who that is.
Max Headroom? You don't know who Max Headroom is?
No, why should I?
Well, because he was famous in the, I think it was the late 80s.
It's like
Yeah.
you could
Oh,
watch
well, there you
80s
go.
sci-fi.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, there you go. If he's
sci-fi.
famous in the 80s.
He was one of the first AI characters in a sci-fi TV show.
Although that was not computer generated, his scenes there was the actor actually put so much heavy makeup on his face and stuff to make him look all plastic and computer generated. And the problem was the contacts he wore in his eyes. For a while, he had to go with his sunglasses because his eyes were killing him. He had to take a break for a few months.
Yeah, like all the computer generated stuff in the 80s was actually practical effects made to look like computer generated stuff. Like
That's crazy how good that was, huh?
yeah, like even the Escape from New York, where you see like computer generated New York at the beginning, showing you how he's going to make his landing in the city.
Yeah.
That's all like reflective tape, and they just like slow framed reflective tape to
Like
make
Tron.
it look
Like Tron.
like-
Yeah, the
yeah,
original
like-
Tron.
like
If
computer
there's
graphics.
if there's anything I could be a fanboy of, it's John Carpenter movies.
Yeah,
Like
he's
all the
so
way up
good.
to In the Mouth of Madness. Like I think he's made hit after hit after hit. Not
Oh,
everything.
Jesus.
Do that
Tense.
same thing.
Existence is an excellent one if you love gaming. So the one at the bottom there,
Carpenter.
the one right in the whoever's scrolling this, stop. The one at the very center of the screen, that is
That's
the
not
TV
him.
show. That is when somebody took over an actual TV station and hacked the TV station,
Oh yeah.
pretended to be Max Headroom, and that crime has never been solved. He actually took over the TV station, played this video. I think it was live, and he never got caught.
It was live. I remember looking into this.
Yeah, that's a fascinating hack.
But yeah, this is when he had to wear sunglasses for a while because he couldn't handle the contacts anymore. They were really messing up his eyes.
Yeah, he was everywhere. Like his show was not that popular, but they turned him into he was the voice for Pepsi, I believe.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah.
commercials.
I thought it was New Coke. I could be wrong.
You could be right. I just know it's like one soft drink or another. So basically all the kids knew him for the soft drink commercials more than his actual TV show appearances.
And didn't he
Let's look it up, person.
get picked up by MTV?
Yeah, he was on MTV as well. And it was Coca-Cola.
But he became far bigger than his actual show. He as a character was far bigger than the show ever got.
Yeah, I don't think I ever even watched the show, but like all the kids knew who he was. He was like on a lot of merch. He was just plastered everywhere.
Was
Oh,
it
yeah,
a
all the
show?
t-shirts.
thought
I
it
had
was
a t-shirt.
movie.
No, it was a
No, it
TV
was a
show.
TV show, and Eminem parodies him in his Rap God video.
Yeah, and he was intended to be very much a satirical character.
And his name Max Headroom comes from like cars going into a parking garage and having the warning maximum headroom. Max Headroom became Max Headroom.
Isn't it about a man who's actually like turned into like a virtual persona of himself. Isn't
No, that was Lawnmower Man.
Oh yeah, don't remind me about that movie.
However, I think that's the same actor that
Same
played
actor,
Job
isn't
in Lawnmower Man 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it the same guy acting in both of them?
Also,
Find out.
earlier, Frederick, you got John Carpenter mixed up with David Cronenberg.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, mix those two up.
You are correct. Max Headroom played Lawnmower Man 2 Beyond Cyberspace. He was
Whoa.
Joe Smith. His
But I
name is
could never
Matthew
remember
George
that
Brewer.
actor's name. He's been around for years. I always recognize him. I can never remember his name.
He's Matthew George Brewer.
Yeah, that's why we can't remember his name.
He's an American Canadian. Ah,
See, all the best talents in Canada.
ruined it for me.
Canada!
Damn it, Canada.
Blame Canada.
How does that
Frederick,
work?
why did you have to do this?
Canadian.
What did I do?
Why did you have to do this?
Listen, even Jim Carrey's from Canada. All the best talent.
I don't
is
care.
From Canada. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
All the hottest chicks are from Canada. What's her name?
No, Salma
I
Hayek from Mexico.
She's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I
thinking
don't
of
understand the
Sabrina.
problem.
All the hottest chicks are for Latin America.
Wait, doesn't this just prove how better America is, though? Because all the Canadians, they don't stay there; they come here.
Yeah.
That's only because they don't have any cable. No, that's it.
Remember, Jim Carrey was their cable guy.
They say
They
they can only
were
watch
the-
CTV. Yeah.
No, they had no cable for decades, where everybody else got cable for some reason, and that's why they're
You'll
so
always be
talented.
my fire marshal, Bill.
They had to go entertain themselves. All the Canadian television stations were near the border because all of the cable was coming from the U.S.
Well, spoiler, everything is near the border. No one actually goes up north.
That's because it's all coming from the U.S.
Or has something to do with the glacier that you can't live in.
Or the polar bears that might eat you.
Or the Headless Valley where they chop people's heads off.
Oh,
And if all those cavemen thaw out up there, it's going to be a hassle.
Okay, I have the topic for your next show, James and Ethan.
Yeah.
Lore about Canada.
Sure, if you want to be there. We're not a history channel, but
I just saw the thing that Raven shared. Holy crap, that is a house.
Wait, Canada has lore?
Yeah, well, we have an
No,
ice wall.
lots of snow.
You know, everything that goes above the ice wall is from Canada.
Geno, that's the Fallout 4 settlement house I was talking about.
I'd buy that house,
I'd buy that for $1.
especially if it's for $1. Yeah.
where is it? Is this link in the chat here? Is this it?
It's in the Discord under Weekend General.
Okay. Which Discord?
The Otters.
Oh, Otters. I was in Frederick's.
I'm the best.
I should copy it over there.
We're going to have to start wrapping up here in a minute.
I should have gone 15 minutes ago.
That's good because I have a rap battle in the private chat if you want to wrap it up.
A rap battle?
Yeah, the Satoshi Nakamoto one that we were talking about.
Oh,
You don't have to play it. I just figured I'd post it.
All right, then, Frederick, we'll start with you. Tell us where, or would that not work out well for you? I don't know if you want to chill and then go to that, or go to that and then chill.
I could chill. I could chill all the time. I could chill all day long. So check out rattelcomic.com. The comic is all drawn, penciled, inked, and I'm preparing the covers as I'm working on the campaign. So it'll come out really soon, like maybe in a month or two. Stay tuned, either on Weekly Wing It, on my channel, on YouTube for Proof of Comics every Tuesday. There's no Comicsgate Commandos on Patrick's channel this week, so we're going to be on Corbin's
man.
Colonel Carbon, not Corbin. That's Corbin Dallas. I'm mixing all my lore up.
Multiplex.
And
Multipass.
yeah, rattelcomic.com. Check it out.
All right. Omer.
You can find me on my website at GarciaDesigns.com, or you can find me via Google, search Omer Glitch. I'm everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or whatever. And you can find me also on Chatterbait.com under Hentai Honey Buns 2, not to be confused with Honey Buns 1, because that's John Malin.
All this time you've been saying hentai honey buns stew. I thought you were kidding. That's an actual thing, huh?
No, it's not an actual thing. It's made up.
Oh, okay.
He was kidding. Yes.
I
Just kidding. Yeah.
I-
I kid.
He's like, I went and looked.
At
and
this point, I was starting to think it was a real thing you had going.
You were
Fooled
subscribed,
Wrangler.
weren't you? Right? You got you went and got subscribed to it, didn't you, Wrangler?
No,
Bad Wrangler. Bad.
I'm a gentleman. I subscribe to only Gremlins.
yeah, I'm on feetpick.com as well under Omer Glitch.
I'm on OnlyHands.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm on
All right.
OnlyFans.
James.
You can find me at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com, where I've finished writing my first series. It's gotten to the midpoint, taking a midpoint break so I could expand multiple different short story series outwards, which I've already have a lot of episodes. So I'm going to be dropping a lot of stuff in the coming months. So follow me at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. Got a lot going on there.
All right. Otter.
Well, you can find my book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. That is The Curse of the Star Raids, a fun little swords and sorcery adventure, which is soon to have a sequel. I keep saying that, but I assure you it is very close to being polished and finished. It is just in that perpetual stage of Control F polishes. It is getting very much in the later stages of it. But if you want to find out what else I do, I also do a writing stream anymore with Wrangler and usually James on Thursdays. That may change for this week. We'll see how that goes. But we're hoping to start a fun creator stream. What is it? A create-a-thon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Creator triathlon, where creators try a lot of creations or something like that. It's
The
it's
creator
a work in
try
progress.
hard-a-lon.
It's a
Yes.
try hard creator.
I
This is
love
a
Yeah.
struggle session basically for writers.
Yeah, but you can join us on that. We'll be announcing that soon. And on top of that, you can follow me on Twitter, where apparently I get really popular sharing random memes on Kingdom Come Deliverance. I don't know, like your guess is as good as mine.
You've gone viral, Otter.
All right. Geno.
You got my Substack where we discuss philosophy, read books, and write reviews for them. And I also read and edit people's works like Wranglers and James's and whoever else wants me to do so.
All right. Raven.
Check out Herman P. Hunter's The Revenant and the Cult series, books 1 and 2. I enjoyed them.
I
Why
do
is-
believe that link is in the description.
Buy his book.
Buy his audiobook as well.
All right. And you can find my stuff on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. Magic Fueled Sci-Fi Adventures, good for all ages. And the easiest way to find it is just type in Bad Kitty Frequency Studios. It should pop right up. And let's see. You'll find Haley and Elizabeth I have depicted here, as well as Sabrina. And then over on... Hang on, do I have the right one opened up here? I do not. I got a lot of opened up tabs that I need to close to even show you the one I was about to show you from Frederick. Okay, there we go. Artwork from Frederick. These two are from a short story set in the same universe. That is over on my Substack under Frequency Studios. You can check it out there. Thank you everyone so much for watching tonight. And Yeah, anything else that anybody wants to add before we close it out?
We've
Don't
got to go
be
back,
gay.
Kate.
We gotta go back.
All right. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like, and if you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. God bless.
See ya.
Good
See
night.
ya.
Au revoir. Sayonara.
Oh, hold on, was that more?
Arrivederci.
I thought I saw more beeps from Bat Sauce, but nope.
Ciao.
Well, he's got a lot of beeps in the bank now.
Beeps and boops.
So, that's a lot of Century, and I wonder what he really said.
It's code. It's Morse code.
It's binary.
I think he's non-binary.
That's why he writes the
So,
short
so,
one.
so he's trinary.
Oh, try anything once, right?
Oh yeah, and one other thing.
Jewish space laser.
They solve everything
That's right. Good night, everybody.
except for women problems.
Good night.